Welcome back to the Airman Harris Show. No free promo. This might be the last day y'all see the dreads, so get a good look at them. Either today or tomorrow, the dreads are going. So this might be the last pile of the dreads. Be back to the Airman Harris 360, you know. But anyway, let's get on to the Warriors and the Suns. The key to beating the Suns. Excuse me. Whew. Ain't no point in beating the Clippers last game. We ain't gonna beat the Suns this game. That's gonna defeat the purpose. We got to get to the playoffs. That's the whole purpose of beating the Clippers and put on that exhibition like we did. So I think the key to beating them, obviously gonna be hard to do. He didn't play that well last game. I think he had like 22. It's containing Devin Booker. Maybe we start GP on him. I think they might start Pods on him. I think GP gonna have to play some crucial minutes on Booker as well as Pods. I think Dede's foot speed, his agileness, at 36 years old, he can't run around with D-Book, the whole game. D-Book's a little smaller, he's a little quicker than the Kawhis, the KDs, and those guys. So we have to rely on Pods. Like I said, GP. Who else we start? Santos. One of those guys, whoever those guys. And I do think Santos and GP, they're going to be keys for this game. They got to give us productive minutes. They got to give us buckets. They got to rebound. Just play solid like they've been playing. But, we got to keep D-Book under 25 points. 25 or under. I feel like that would be great if we keep D-Book under 25 points because the other players, Dylan Brooks averaging like 20, but obviously he's going to be chasing Steph around the whole game. So hopefully we can tire him out and, limit his offensive production by having to chase around Steph. So hopefully that works out that way. Also, Jalen Green, who they got, Grayson Allen averaging like 16, 17 respectively. Just contest their shots. Jalen Green gonna want to drive. He's very athletic. He's youthful. Just make sure we contest and make sure we defend him. Make sure we, contend with them guys. Like I say, don't fall into Dylan Brooks traps. You know how he do LeBron. He gonna try to get in Steph's head. He gonna do some dirty plays. He gonna do some stuff after the whistle. Go to the free throw line. He gonna jump in the lane early or clap or stomp. There's all that nonsense that they let him get away with that he shouldn't get away with, which they need to get on the refs about that. Because I hate people go to the free throw line and these guys walking into the lane before you even shoot your free throw, or they clapping or doing something while you're shooting your free throws. But he gonna do all those things. You're gonna go to high five your teammates and he gonna reach out for a high five. Just don't play into it, ignore it because it's all mind games. Just try to get us off of our game. And we already know what type of player he is. Back in 2016, he did say, who he modeled his game after, who his favorite player was. Draymond, of course. Of course, he won't say it today because he's a rival, but he tried to say, that's who he modeled his game after then. But we know how that goes. He won't say it today. But we can't have 20 turnovers neither. Last game we had like 20 turnovers. We got to limit our turnovers. They got a little more firepower to me on the Suns. Like I said, the Clippers only had Garland, Kawhi as far as real big scorers, Mathurin coming off the bench. But these guys, I feel like they're going to put up more points. So we just got to make sure we're containing them. Also, the minutes restrictions. I don't know if Steph, Porzingis, Al, I don't know if there are minutes restrictions again this game. I hope not. I hope Steph is playing, whatever minutes he could play. Hopefully we get, like last game, get Porzingis 25 or more minutes and get Al at least 20 minutes or more. That's going to be crucial as well. Those guys playing big down low. Like I said, when Draymond can roam around and don't have to protect the rim, he's at his best. He's at, all defensive first team all defense, as Tony Allen would say. So we can get him to roam around, be that free safety while we got somebody behind him protecting the rim like Bogut used to do. That's key. That's great. So hopefully those guys are playing full minutes. Hopefully they're, bringing some production like they did last game with the threes, the tip dunks, all those good things. We know Steph gonna always be Steph. So we just got to make it do what it do. Paz played good last game. He played within the system. He came out shooting a lot of, shots at first, but he cooled down a little bit, calmed down. He, started playing his role, rebounding, defending. He's sort of a stat sheet stuffer. So if he's playing like that, playing his role, I think that'll be great. I don't know if we need him to play 40 minutes, like I said. Depends on how he's doing on Devin Booker. If he's not doing so great, I think we try GP on Booker early. I think that's going to be key to try to limit, Devin Booker down the stretch. Hopefully they play his game, defensive game, be a little more offensive this game, because they're going to allow him to shoot. They're going to tempt him to do whatever. Shoot your floaters, get your layups, easy ones, because they're going to give you the easy ones. If you knock it down to 3, it's really over if we can get those. But just take the easy ones, and I think that's going to be crucial, down the stretch. So we'll see what happens with that game. The other game is the Hornets and the Magic. I ain't really got much to say about the Hornets and the Magic. Y'all know I'm going for the Hornets. That's my other favorite team because of LaMelo, Miles, those guys. I think Orlando is going through, a lot of internal issues with Banchero, their best player, and the head coach, who will probably be out. Especially if they lose this game, they definitely out. But I think whenever they're done, I believe they're going to let go their head coach, because either Banchero or the coach, one of them have to go. And normally we know in those situations, the coach is normally the guy that goes, and, rightfully so, right? I mean, you don't want to give your best guy 6'10", 230. Granted, he played like crap last game. Could have been on purpose, maybe not, but we'll see. I think that game at 6:30, where it's at now. Hopefully I can stay up for it, but I ain't got much, y'all. This is the last one, though. I'm out. Peace.